Bruh. Bruh.
Hold tight, I'll be here with you all night. My mind, getting lost in your eyes. Hold tight, I'll be here with you all night. My mind, getting lost in your eyes. Give it all to you. Hold tight, I'll be here with you all night. My mind, I'm getting lost in your eyes. My mind, getting lost in your eyes.
Bruh.
Hold tight, I'll be here with you all night. My
Bruh.
Hey, Dreaders. Welcome to the stream. It's a little cold, a little chilly. It's snowing a little bit, a lot bit, but that's okay, man. It's December, and that's like just what happens in December, at least on the northern hemisphere. So just deal with it. Christmas is coming. Brace yourselves. Maybe Christmas for Bitcoin and cryptos too. Certainly Christmas for Boeing, right? They got their 737s back in the air, and they ended up being the top gainer on the S&P 500 today. Man, a lot of assets I own got wrecked today. Talking like CRM's down, like it was down at 1.10%, down 8.52%. Bottom loser, McDonald's, PayPal, Target, HD, Home Depot, Walmart. Just rough day for stocks, but for some stocks. But then you had like energy and banks that killed it again today. Disney was up. Schlumberger, man. Right, so it's just that whole narrative, the snapping a month ago with the Pfizer vaccine. Those ones that gapped up did really well today. The ones that had been doing well before that snapping did bad today, pretty much. So. Anyway, Bitcoin's, I mean, it's up 2%, right? Can you even tell? I mean, it bullishly engulfed last night, right? Late, early in the morning, whatever. Hey, we got a, dang man, new patron just now. Alan L. Thank you so much for joining the Patreon. Thanks for all the new patrons that joined, not while I was live. My God. I think we've had like 20 plus patrons that joined from the last stream to this one. And now, Alan, you're the first one that joined while I'm live again, so thank you for that, dude. Hype in the chat, okay?
Bruh.
We are sitting now at 547 patrons. Just yesterday when I started the stream, we were at like 460. Something like that. 465. So thank you all so much for the support, trade setups, education, and you're supporting the stream. And the Discord exclusivity, that chat is incredible, extremely active, lots of good information always going in there. Like someone just posted, Grayscale Ethereum Trust announces a 9-for-1 stock split. So that'll be cool, right? You'll get a lot more shares of Ethereum. Something I need to do, right? Brad, what do I need to do again? You were saying to do something? Dude, Ebator, let's go. Hype in the chat. Thank you so much for joining the Patreon. Please be sure to sync up the Patreon to the Discord.
Bruh.
Dang. Thanks, Ebator, man. Wow. Y'all are freaking amazing. So, oh yeah, here's the Patreon. I'm doing it right here so I can pin it to the chat so I don't have to spam it. So not really much of an edge beside, I mean, on the 4 hour anyway for bulls, besides maybe, just maybe hidden, or not, sorry, just no, bullish convergence where you make a low and a higher low. It is kind of interesting how pathetically weak the bears have been on this pullback. It's just been like, where are the sellers? Don't you think they should be pushing this lower to 17,730 by now? They're really struggling. I mean, it's just super weak. Even if it is to dump again, it's just been very weak for sellers.
What's up, Mitch? Check out some Link USD for me. It's gonna be update.
Donald Palm, thanks for the $10 super chat. Yeah, we can look at Link. Okay. So Bitcoin, I mean, like, argument, is this cup with handle, man? I mean, it might be the season for it. I remember 2017, all the stupid, scrubby cup with handles on like really insignificant timescales would just keep playing out. Uber bullish conditions, right? I'm almost just in disbelief that it would be some sort of scrub cup with handle because it looks so apparent. It looks like one, right? I mean, it's like you could just eyeball like the shifting momentum, and then it's kind of flagging now. I mean, very little selling pressure, so it could be. It very well could be. You just gotta, play devil's advocate here and talk about the daily. that was a little concerning, right? With like your tweezer
Good
top
evening,
stuff.
my man. You see the Visa BTC news? So much positive news in the press. Even on the downtrend, the Fed was weak, so the sellers are not here. Honestly, we're going to see a big spike here soon. It is that time of year.
I mean, that'd be wonderful for everyone, right? But except bears. But you know how it is, man. That's very cocky, right? To say, oh, you know, we're gonna see a spike soon, right? Because it sounds like when you say it like that, you're expecting it to pump, and when you expect things and they go the other way, it really F's you up emotionally, triggers that emotional response that you just don't want to have as a trader. So again, I mean, you've got to remain humble and understand that you don't know where the price is going. Even with an edge, you don't know where it's going. Even if everything's lining up and it's perfect, all it means is the probabilities increase that it would go that way, not that it is certain it would go that way. And that's why practicing proper position sizing is very important. Same amount put in this trade that you had the one before and the one after.
Thank you for all the top education. Can we take a look at Best Buy? BBY.
Is that a joint?
Talking about it's Best Buy, not Bed Bath & Beyond, right? Or BlackBerry. Yeah, we'll look at BBY. Sure. So I get it, man. You know, it's you think it based on the fundamentals that everything looks ready for higher prices, but man, this market can remain irrational longer than we can stay solvent. So it's just best to understand we don't know where it's going, and without an edge, we really don't know where it could be going. But you know, it looks like that Copeland handle on the 4-hour, you know, up 2%, and eventually you're gonna have to break 19,650. Good news is you're losing your negative momentum again on the daily, so you want to keep that up in the coming days, and you just want to keep making higher lows, right? Like, so what is like, you know, I don't think you want to break below 17,730 because of the critical support resistance on Bitcoin. But let's be real here. Let's talk about what's jeopardy. What's jeopardy for this uptrend that's been going on since early September, late or mid-October, right? Square news. You don't want to ever break now below 17,137 with a candle close on the daily. That's your breaking point. That's when you know the trend's reversing, at least in the short term, right? I mean, how do we identify trends and trend reversals? When you break previous discernible swing lows. And we now have a discernible swing low that's very visible on the daily, and that's 17.1. So at least you know that, right? A lot of downside before the trend gets broken. You run down, you test 17,730, you're fine, man. Like, no problems. So, anyway, yeah, couple with handle on down the 4-hour. I think that idea is across. I mean, it's really. So my issue with Bitcoin is like, I guess it's trying to back test and hold the November 21st manufactured high, right? That's what it's trying to do. Stay above that long enough, then you'll run up and you'll test 19,500. Then you got to break that. So it's not really back testing any support here, as we know, at least from history. Where Litecoin is, though, Litecoin looks a lot better to me, and it's what really sold me on Litecoin was the fact that I know exactly what it's doing with its current price action. Okay, $79 to $80. I'll show you. What was once resistance has become support and support and support and support, right? It ran up and broke it and has now been spending considerable amount of time above it, holding it as support. The longer it holds above this area, the higher the probability becomes it runs to $95, $96, and then once that breaks, I think eventually you're looking for 137 in time. Okay, it won't happen overnight, but you get it. That is just, to me, Bitcoin's 17,730, right? That's the big one for it. That we're pretty far away from that now. Litecoin isn't the case. Litecoin's pretty freaking close to this little zone where there's all kinds of supports. So managing your risk on a continuation of the momentum trade is pretty a little bit cleaner here, and makes me feel a little bit better, I guess, right? So that's why I'm choosing this one over Bitcoin. But this one can't perform without Bitcoin, right? So I'm just better able to strategize where stop losses, entries, and targets would be on this versus Bitcoin right now, okay? Sorry, going on a tangent on this, but that's what I'm talking about. So patrons, you know what I'm talking about, right? Proper position sizing, meaning like you're being responsible with low percentage amounts of your overall portfolio, like 1 to 5, right? And percent. And then if you're going to be like a 2%, 3% trader, right? Then this trade, the next trade, the trade before it, the trade after, you want to be consistent with that, right? You want to be a machine that has a system that is consistent with itself, right? So, again, this is not your type of value trade at all. This is certainly some sort of continuation. Value trade certainly was the successful trade setup we had that was posted September 23rd. This is a value trade. Why value? What do you even mean by value? From its previous discernible swing low from June 27th, this asset created an XABCD, but it made an 88.6% retrace, right? A 1618 fib extension, roughly, very close to that. Those are two, Fibonacci nodes. One's an extension, one's just a normal node. The deepest node, though, the PCZ of a bullish shark pattern, and that just happened to be confluent with a congestion area, a very strong congestion area we've been holding since we broke back above it in April of this year. So value trade, not a value trade, definitely a momentum continuation trade, you could call it. And we know exactly where to get the F out. We don't want anything to do with Litecoin below $79, dude. Why? Because that is where, from history, you go straight up and pretty much straight down, okay? Straight down, straight up, straight down. You get it? They're like wormholes almost. Like you don't, and that's what I talk about. It's an easier way to manage your risk. I think Bitcoin's the same with 17,730, but we're, again, further away from that. Anyway. Litecoin, Bitcoin. We can look at Ethereum too. That again, I mean, that one looks kind of starting to look similar now, right? Where you're like, it almost looks like a perfect double top with bearish divergence, but where are the sellers? Why has the selling not happened yet? Where are the bears after you pretty much double topped? They're just not here yet. They could show up later, but it's gonna require Bitcoin to dump, man. And if Bitcoin doesn't want to dump, if there really is truly a major supply issue, which I'm guessing, I'm taking it is evident that there is a supply issue from the data exchanges, and the divergence between price and supply is very evident, right? And it's the same type. This is far more severe divergence than we saw back in July 2016 to January 2017 when the insane multi-year bull run was beginning, right? I mean, you were already on the way, but it got crazier. So that's what we're talking about. Like, Bitcoin has to dump, but you got to wonder if this means something, right? Does this hold true and Bitcoin just continues to rise and breaks all-time highs? Because, you break all-time highs, man, price discovery will happen. I mean, you could get thousands of dollars of moves up in a day if you ever break that level. Which so far we've only tested it twice and failed to break it. We were the price action, there must have been so many sell orders that buyers just relented immediately and were just like, nope. And then Bitcoin had, once it hit its all-time high the morning of December 1st, right, a 10% swing, or went from that all-time high 19,915 all the way down to 18,100 before recovering. So anyway, you gotta wonder. You just got to wonder. So it's like, all right, if that's the case, and there's no value. There's no way to trade value. You have to trade momentum. You have to trade momentum patterns, like a couple of handles, and you got to understand where to have stop losses. And at least with Litecoin, we got an indication of that. We got, a visual of where to not mess around with Litecoin. Okay, below $79. Yes, there are other altcoins that mooned, VeChain and YFI. Let's look at YFI first, since it is the top performer today. Yeah, we're gonna look at Link, but I'm getting through the thumbnail stuff, right? Stream title, very close to that target that's been here, right? This was if you were watching the live stream, the date of November 27th, I did an educational segment on YFI and how to manage your risk, how to size up an asset near an ice line that's very critical, that we just recently broken. We'd fallen below it and we broke back above it. And we had broken it down, sloping resistance, the supply line. You broke it and then you even back tested it and pretty much hit that entry. And from there, it's just been perfect. It's been like no turbulence, no problems, man. About to hit 32K, targets that. Trader settled up September 27th at that high. And if you ever broke that, I think eventually 39,000 would be your target. So this is this one, I love YFI, and it's because it respects the technical analysis so much, man. Like over and over and over. It didn't have much data, but this is like the DeFi Bitcoin, the V1. This is the one that is maybe the driver of all the other DeFi coins. Okay, so this is why we look at it now. So okay, great stuff, man. I got an alert set up. We start hitting that target. Very, very close. So hype in the chat.
Hype in the chat!
For YFI. Okay. So VeChain next. I mean, really, it's just like it made a higher low, and it's just continuing to rally. All right. Very good. All started, if you could even believe it, with a bullish pin bar. But before that, started with a bullish or a bearish shark that turned into a bullish 5-0 pattern. The bullish 5-0's PCZ. That's what I'm talking about. A PCZ of a bullish 5-0 with a bullish freaking pin bar has manifested into this, what you see here. So this thing's up 13.41%. Eventual retarget is 1.88 cents again, 1.99 cents. But if you can ever break those areas, you know, because this was like something that was posted. We did it on stream, patrons last month. It's like, this is where, if this begins to reverse, these are the targets, the third targets. And if you wanted to be extreme, if you want to talk about swing over the fence, and maybe it goes to not price discovery, but if it breaks the resistance that it was unable to in July and August, if it ever breaks that, then the target would be 2.6 cents, because if you look left, there is no price action correlation historically, except straight up, straight down, right? You ever break this without up thrusting and failing like we did twice this summer, again, up here, 2.6 cents. It's beautiful. 1272 fib extension is confluent with that. Beautiful. Beautiful, dude. Boom. Alexander, thank you, man. I'm waiting for the TTS to do this thing. You know, right now what's going on with VeChain, is it doing that? No, never mind.
Lord Ray, could we look at Mo? Hype in the chat.
Is that a joint?
Joined the Patreon yesterday. The amount of value in here and the setups already provided is insane.
Boom.
Thanks, Mitch.
Thank you, Alexander, man. Thank you for supporting the stream, and thank you for letting everyone know how your experience is on day one.
LD/USDT Kings.
If you want River Screwed, I guess we'll look at whatever that is. Sure, dude. Hey, Journey into the Crypto. Thank you for the sub, dude. Nice name. Okay. That was VeChain, YFI, okay, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. Guess we can go look at the link now. Well, the hidden bullish divergence. Still there. Hidden bullish divergence yet to really, truly play out, or we're seeing positive momentum again, but maybe in time. I'm telling you, if Bitcoin rallies, if Bitcoin has a good time, Link's going to have a great time. If Bitcoin rallies, which is the only thing that is going to help Link here, is it's going to see 1647 again. If you ever break 1647, good chance you'll eventually see 1918 right there on the daily, okay? Lots of higher lows here, but it's nice that you finally have an edge on the daily on Link. Some assets don't. Oh, by the way, on Litecoin, with what I was talking about the code with handle, why I really like it, not just because of it's easy to size up your risk, easy to manage your risk there, right? Hidden bullish divergence on the daily, and you're not. It's very similar to Link's. Okay, so that's impending price action continuation to the upside on the daily, when we're looking at a 4-hour potential cup with handle, man. All right. Thing is, I mean, you just look at this really nice channel here. I mean, you think the target immediately be 1554 if Bitcoin rallied, but we don't know, man. Like, that's the crappy thing. We have to always have that disclaimer. We're okay not knowing if Bitcoin's going to bust to the upside and test all-time highs again. I think if Bitcoin does test all-time highs again, all these altcoins are going to rise with it. They're probably going to underperform Bitcoin, but they're probably going to get to those targets again. So And here we go. Hey, whoa. Whoa. Are you kidding me, dude? Dude, dopamine. Dopamine. Hype in the chat. Let's go, dude. Thank you for supporting the stream, dude.
Bruh.
Happy birthday, Phil. Vegemite emoji.
Vegemite. Hey, Phil Cinchera's birthday? Holy crap, dude. Hype in the chat. Happy birthday, Phil, man. Hey, can we get some happy birthdays in the chat for Phil Cinchera, Irrikanji Jellyfish Connect? Also, hey, Joseph L., thank you so much for joining the freaking Patreon right now, man. And we got another, dude. Oh, crap, man. You think that's it? Nah, dude, that's not it. Hey, XR President. Boom. Thanks so much for joining the Patreon, supporting the stream. Let's go, dude. Let's go. We bumping it, man. Thank you. Welcome. Please, everyone, you have to be in the Discord. If you're joining the Patreon and you're not going to join the Discord, you're doing it really wrong. Okay, I'm telling you. Patreon's pretty much like a payment processor, so we don't have to worry about your credit card info. It's safe, it's secure, right? Mostly everything's in the Discord, okay? Perfect. Okay, so let me see here. Let me check my notes. Thanks for the threes, Matthew. That's it on Link, man. I mean, eventual target would be probably the supply line, upsloping supply line around 1559. If Bitcoin rallies, if Bitcoin dumps, it's over. Like, Link is screwed. Do you understand? So I don't want to be hearing Bitcoin dumps and all of a sudden you were wrong on Link. It's like, dude, all of these S coins, the determination of their outcome comes from Bitcoin's performance. That's it, man. That's literally it. Okay? Okay, let's see here. Total market cap 563.73 billion. Today we did hit 570. Tested as resistance before pulling back. Oh man, it's pretty scary stuff up there. Look at this. Look at this, man. You know, you got Best Buy, high to low fib extensions. Golden mean ratio. You're like quadruple topping at the golden mean ratio, like 120, 119. And selling off now. All right, so definitely potential reversal area. Wow, look at that. That is crazy. Triple RSI, bearish divergence. Class B, rare, very rare. How often you see Class B bearish divergence? Triple Class B bearish divergence, where you make a triple top, and every time you make the same high, you make lower levels on the histogram, or the oscillator. All right, these are oscillators down here. If you don't know what that is, anything that's not the price action that tracks different things, oscillators. Okay, they oscillate up and down, but they can sometimes tell us things. Okay, so I mean, pretty much like it went from Class B to. I mean, yeah, that's definitely, look at that. 1, 2, 3, triple MACD, bearish divergence as well. Impending price action, reversal to the downside, implied on the daily here, and you're getting it. But how much will it perform in really bullish conditions where you broke out of a multi-year range? Good God, right? So, get rid of fib extensions or fib nodes, whatever. And we can just try to talk about like it being range bound. You know the cutoff point. It's very easy to know where you want to get the heck out. Get the heck out of Best Buy. There it is, man. It's a range. All right, you're heading towards 103.08, which is the bottom of the range. No, 103. So 102.71. All right, so it's like, maybe if you develop a bullish edge down here, there might be opportunity to go long, right? Low risk, but if you break it, you're screwed. And the target would be, if you broke 102.71 with convincing price action, it's pretty easy. Pretty easy to know exactly where you'd be headed. You'd be going to 91.69, which is like previous all-time high from January of this year before COVID. And it's near a gap fill around $90. So you're looking for something on the 4-hour at this area, and if it breaks, look for the we'll see what kind of fall through price action we get at that area. Yeah, maybe one to watch, like Netflix or Spotify, some of these assets that have AMD. My God, AMD hit the bottom of its range and now it's broken to all-time highs today.
Bruh.
So yeah, watch Best Buy at 102.71, 103. Okay, and let's see how it looks down there. Okay. All right, let's Best Buy. I don't want the triple top though. Ugh. Oh wow, dude. Altria Group. I haven't looked at this, but look at this, man. That's the way I had it. It's been a while, man. So clearly a major downtrend, multi-year downtrend since May, June of 2017. Hey, you're making higher lows, right? Higher low here than this low. That's good. That's very, very slight amount of accumulation there. What do we got? Anything on the daily? Looking left? Not really. I mean, you had this down here, and hey, nice, right? Really nice how it's been holding that support. That's what it is, right? Testing that high from August 2012, and it's bounced off of it. So I mean, and look at that. Got eventually broke that demand line and dumped, and now you've got this. Almost looks like an XABCD going on, right? Where it could be a bear shadow. If you're in a multi-year downtrend, you are not in a bull trend yet. You'll be approaching the top of a range, right, between $36 and $42. So you think, what would happen up here? It's almost like a cipher in the making, right? And it's close. 786. That's where it could dump, right? 43.21. Look, bearish trend, that's a bearish pattern. Imagine it up thrusting, breaking through the resistance, but just can't catch enough bids in that harmonics there. I'm just thinking about it, man. Like, you're not in an uptrend, right? So you're looking for bullish patterns and bullish trends to trade. You're in a bearish trend, and this is a bearish pattern. So it could maybe have. We'll see if it can get up a few more dollars, and that might be a good opportunity to short. And it falls back below 42.33, and you come all the way down to $36 again, right? It's got some more room to run, but it has not broken any sort of supply line from the top. Not yet. But I get it, man. I get why you asked, because it is butting up against that. But just remember, until it breaks 44.74, and then it has to break 51.83, it's not in a bull trend, right? That's like the description. You have to consistently, if you want to get back, if you're in a bear trend and you want to get back in a bull trend, you have to the asset has to consistently break above previous discernible swing highs on a daily time scale, and then they have to back test. They don't have to back test, but they need to break through convincingly and then run to the next resistance, and then break those and back test, and then run again, and then you're trending, right? The uptrend, it's got to happen more than once. Okay, it's just not happened yet. So still in a downtrend on MO. But yeah, it was a terrible day. It was one of the worst performers on the stock market. Only down 1.16%, but like the 7th worst loser today. All right. Yep. Looking okay. Looking okay there. Breaking any kind of resistance. Yeah, very nice. It's up 26.64% today. Well, that's what can happen, I guess, on these low liquidity S coins. So you're asking what's next? Well, if it holds above $11 long enough, the probability increases that it will eventually see $15. After that, God, I don't know. Forget it. You'd probably Fibonacci here to be conservative. Getting listed to Binance, whatever. Just trying to look for a real swing high to low, and then you could probably get 1272 targets up there. But yeah. So that's all you need to know. There was higher lows, right? There was accumulation going on. All right. Look, You stay above $11 long enough, the next target's $15.20. That's it. Where traders set it up September 9th. Boom. Pretty easy.
Bruh.
Nice stuff. Kind of literally breaking out, but again, it's up 26%. So when you request something, an asset that's up 26%, what can we do with that? Right? Nothing. Good to see y'all. Right? Another day, another stream. Another attempt by Bitcoin to flex. Thanks for the 1,277 people tuned in. If you're enjoying Bitcoin attempting a rally here, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. And it's the 2nd of the month, so it's the second best day to join the Patreon, where you get trade setups, multiple active trade setups now, right? Very, very fresh trade setups. You get education. You get a lot. I mean, the tools of education that you receive in Patreon are incredible. It helps you become a self-reliant trader. And you have a support group of like, what, 550 patrons now. You know, not all, a lot of them, most of them have been patrons for many months, if not years. So they're well acclimated to my style, and they can help you. I can help you learn. You know, when you're on, everyone's on their own journey, right? As a trader, as an analyst, right? So huge fraternal order of traders.
I know there's not a lot of data on this asset, but could you look at RQT?
Sure. Yeah, man, I think we, it didn't work out well for us. It was down here showing divergence and just kept dumping, right? It went down to 1865. Yeah, that's the problem. When you have assets with no data, right? It still ended up showing divergence, then rallied, then only made a lower high than previous high. Yeah, it's holding here for now. I mean, maybe if it can hold and pivot, there's no candle. Like, I mean, maybe this daily is a morning star or something, but is it an inverse head and shoulders, someone would ask, or a descending broadening wedge? It could be, man, just depending on if you can hold $20. If you can hold $20, you start rallying, then I think there would be a neckline, there'd be a resistance here. Right there. That'd be a supply line. Oh, look how it matches up, lines up there too. It's not really part of it, but yeah, almost like a megaphone of some sort, right? Two and two, yeah, something like that. If it can hold, and if it ever tests the top again, you got a good chance of a breakout of the upside. I mean, the targets, if it did break out of the upside, would be between $24 and $28. That's a big if, man. Really big if. No clue if this will hold. The low from September 30th. If you don't hold this, you're going straight down to 1865 again. So maybe you're at a critical support that if you hold it, you start rallying, and you test 2247, there's a chance, man, a real good chance. You test that again, you'll break out. Okay, rocket. There you go. Hidden bearish divergence on the daily. Yeah, but it played out. It played out though, dude. Right? I mean, you had a high and a lower high with higher levels. Okay, but the thing is, it's done. I mean, it's working on being done. It could be done playing out here. That is, you don't have to get any more. Like that did play out. That's great. TA was respected there. You're right. But you understand, it's now what's next. Will this ice line hold? And it came off of the hidden divergence. Yeah, you're right. So we're to $19,222 on Bitcoin. Meh. Big meh, chat. Doesn't look like the tweezer for now was very bad. You know, nothing like the original tweezer, the big dump. Very strong. I mean, maybe tomorrow it dumps, but I'm just telling you for now, this is incredibly strong. Pathetic attempts by the bears to do anything.
What's up, man? Reverse head and shoulders on 6 hour on BTC?
I mean, dude, it's not an inverse head and shoulders. Look, dude, you want to find inverse head and shoulders at the bottom of dumps, right? You don't want to ever find inverse head and shoulders after runs up. Don't really make sense. If anything, it would be some sort of cup with handle, man. All right, a scuffed cup with handle. Charizard, thanks for 5. Hey, we just got a couple new patrons, man. Let's go. Hey, Grigor. Okay, thank you so much, man, for joining the Patreon. Please be sure to sync up the Patreon to the Discord. You got to, man. Okay, do it for me if you like me, all right? Hey, Paul A., thank you so much for joining the freaking Patreon, supporting the stream. Join the Discord, Kings.
Is that a joint?
Bruh.
Thank y'all. Goodness gracious. Our army grows 553 patrons strong. If you want to know, in August, the all-time high was like 650, 680 or something like that. So it's definitely climbing. I mean, this is maybe the 3rd best month ever so far. What's up, Osman? Thanks for the sub. Is Bitcoin mooning now? Not yet. Don't get cocky. Only 18 minutes to go till your daily candle close. So that's why we're here, man. Right? Great time to be streaming. So we've been streaming this time every day for years. So let's take a look at total market cap real quick. Let's look at the other chart, big screen. All right, so hey, is it a double top? Diverging, but the thing is, what if the positive moment just keeps building on and price keeps going up? Then this would get invalidated like crazy, you know? So if you break 570 again, that's the resistance. You failed twice. If you get back above it, man, that's a strong argument for bulls. I mean, pathetic. I mean, bears tried once. They said twice we're going to fail. And look, there's no follow-through price action from the top. The only thing that's happened after yesterday has been buying. Buyers have come in, added support on the total market cap around 535 billion. So it's just you're just sandwiched between 535 and 570. You break 570, 623 is in the cards. Okay, it's been very weak, man. Poor bears been doing a terrible job pushing this down, which is great. And you just gotta wonder, man, is it really a supply issue? Is the supply issue that bad? I mean, Raul Paul talks about it's the craziest supply-demand issue he's ever seen in his life. And he's been doing this forever. And he's managed money for people forever.
Moving trash funds off Binance. Debating what to sell BLZ/BNB pair, seeing if I'm reading the range on this right. Sorry for making you look at a trash asset. Just looking to see if I'm reading the range right.
Thanks, Tavares, for the 1337. We'll look at it. Hey, Psionic, man. Thanks so much for joining.
China to
China.
Sent LTC from Litecoin.
Bruh.
Thank you, dude. Sonic, man. Joshua, thank you for 3. Yeah, Litecoin block card. That's lit, dude. That's a news event or something where Litecoin. There's gonna be a credit card for Litecoin now. You pay in Litecoin, I guess. I think that's what's going on or something. Yeah, let's. I still have it up. I think someone posted it earlier. It's awesome. It's a really cool looking card too.
What's up, Buttercups? Deck surprise soon.
December surprise soon. Johnny B, thanks for the 3s, man. Thank you, Jonathan or Joshua. My God, the Johns and the Joshuas. Whew. Yeah, man, I lost it. The link to it, but I posted it earlier. But the chat in Discord is so lit that it's so difficult, like going back and finding things that were just posted recently because there's so much chat. Okay, found one of them. Okay, this is just a tweet. Okay, a tweet by Charlie Lee himself, right? Litecoin card is now open to all U.S. residents. Sign up at litecoin-card.com. Just a pure white card, sleek Visa, man. More and more news events, all positive. It's like the Truman Show guys on the bullish side. He's got the green hat, not the red hat. It's Luigi, not Mario or something. Hey, Rolton, sales. Thank you so much for joining the freaking Patreon, supporting the stream. 100% crowdsourced, no advertisements, and no affiliate marketing. That is the best way to join or to support the stream is join Patreon. Thank you so much. All right, you get so much out of it.
4 hours candle on XRP bullish pin bar. Thanks, Mitch.
For our XRP pin bar, we gotta look at some strat. Really, I mean, my God, dude, you're going to the Vegas vacation casinos where they're picking a number between 1 and 10 on BLZ to BNB. But yeah, I mean, sure, it looks like it's maybe getting ready to go higher. Yeah, maybe, dude, maybe. Just terrible though, man. Come on, it's like holy crap. Got a new patron. Hold on a sec. Let me I mean, what do you do? Are these highs or lows? I don't know, man. One, two, three. All right, 3 rising valleys. All right, so pretty easy to size it up here. You know exactly where to get out. You know exactly where to take profit if it ever succeeded. Whatever this is, I don't even know what denominator or whatever it is of BNB. So easy one. If it's gonna go up and rally, right, and break out, the stop loss is easy, just below 2404, right? You know that's how you do 3 rising valleys, right below it. And then if it ever breaks 31.24, then 42.92 would be the target. It's pretty simple. Okay. Sorry, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. It's really bad, dude. Okay. Don't even know what I call it. It's not Satoshis. It's not ZERPs. It's not waves, right? Like the Ethereum pairs. Something BNB. Okay. What is it even? Chat, do y'all know? Probably not. CZs. Are you serious, Matthew? So 2741 CZs. Binance utility tokens. God. Okay, so stop out below 2400 whatever CZs and profit taking at 4314 CZs or whatever. Okay, dude. Bitcoin pump, by the way. I mean, it's up 2.55%, but meh, that's not a pump, chat. Sorry, look at it. Just look at it.
Oh, would you look at that?
Pump, by the way. You'll know when it's a pump, okay. 19,273. I mean, look, dude, just last night, Bitcoin got as high as 19,340 and pulled back, and then went as low after that to 18,750. So you'll know when the pump comes. But the good news is 18,980, which is that high. Right here, 18,980. Right there. You're above that. So that's good. Anytime you're above that, I mean, see, you just got to worry about these local highs. Looking left, we know there's nothing there. There's nothing looking left from history. There's only this here. Only local highs and lows. So if you get above the only things that exist, I mean, you think you would run to the next one. You haven't tested the next resistance, which is 19,474. It's just the peak, man. Back here from just before Thanksgiving, right? It's probably where you think you're headed if it makes sense with support resistance. Well, the S&P 500 is showing 4-hour bearish divergence pretty bad, so at least the spider, the SPY. Hold on. Yeah, let me do this real quick. Hey, Jabre, thanks so much for supporting the stream, dude. Hype in the chat. Who are Jenkins?
The education I got just on first day of your Patreon has already been worth the cost, thanks Mitch.
Boom. That's what I'm talking about, Dende. Thank you so much for $10 super chat and supporting the stream by joining the Patreon yesterday and getting tremendous amounts of value out of it. Let's go, dude. ND Trust, thanks so much for joining the Patreon, dude. Welcome. Roll them out. Gangs. Thank y'all. Seriously, supporting the stream. Keeping it going.
there daily bearish divergence on RSI still on BTC?
Well, I know we talked about it for a second. It's still possible, but the thing is, why it's suspect is because of the MACD. The way the MACD histogram looks doesn't support the bearish divergence in the RSI. What happens if the bulls get the ball back and it goes positive again? Then the RSI is going to keep climbing, get overbought again, and yeah, you could show hidden or classic bearish divergence at like $24,000, $22,000. So that to me is almost bullish. Where the bears took the ball finally, and that was it, and it's going neutral again to positive. That's what makes it a little suspect, even though, yeah, it's there. If you say on the next coming days, right, you're selling off more, I mean, that could be very real. And the negative Momo starts building again, which is almost something we were looking at yesterday, but it's kind of unclear. Kind of unclear. So I guess it depends on the continuation of all the price action we get. You normally want to see it very clearly on the daily MACD and RSI at the same time. You don't have it. It's kind of conflicting oscillators right now. MACD is suspicious. Yeah, sus. Super sus. Man. How about that? So something we hadn't looked at, and I don't know, we might have looked at it on yesterday. I don't think we looked at it yesterday. The day before that we did. Bitcoin dominance. Doing it, I mean, kind of exactly what it should do, right? I mean, it did a supply line. It did up thrust, but it did dumped, right? It dumped like crazy when altcoins went nuts. Or Bitcoin, I can't remember what event drove this down, but it hit what? The zone of support resistance, right? From May 2017 and July 2017, as we've seen so many times before in history. It just tested the top of the range and bounced. And so not really moving. Not really doing anything, just consolidating. I mean, who knows? Like, you think eventually it could run at 65 again? 65% total market cap dominance. If not, it's head back down to the zone. So, just hard to say. All right. Let's look at BVOL, because we knew that was, if history was going to repeat itself, it was going to do something like it's doing. Literally. You know that if you watch the stream, right? A lot of people are like, what is this even? Well, it's just BitMEX's Bitcoin Volatility Index. Goes back to 2017. January 2017, and we knew, like, being down at these levels and holding these levels so long and making these higher lows, you'd think eventually we would find ourselves at the top again. Well, you're on your way. You're halfway there. So the Bitcoin volatility continuing to elevate, and that could, keep going. But yeah, you are at this little halfway mark where there has been price action correlation where major reversals do occur here, right? As you've seen, up thrusts fail. Right, you got pivot points and rallies, pivot points and reversals downside. Right, I mean, there's definitely there's definitely pivot points where you are now in Bitcoin volatility. So, I don't know. I mean, it could dump again, but eventually 106 to 121. Okay. So yeah, I mean, like, some S coins catching some biz today. Like, Engine up almost 10%. XRP is up 3.13%. It's just kind of like at these levels with price like that, when it just pump like that, it's really just for the swing trader. There's not even any kind of like, what is it? What kind of structure is this? I like the higher lows. It's really not bad, but for a swing trade, it's kind of tough, right, to manage your risk, because there's no support on XRP until 51 cents, which is exactly what you tested and bounced off of, sure. And we talked about the hidden bullish divergence that was there. Once you engulfed and got back above it and then back tested the spring, that was nice. XRP, you had a chance, right? You had a chance on XRP. There was a trade set up last month.
Target jerk when I what our Bitcoin, what about Sheetcoin?
Oh, thanks, Crypto, for the 5. Not sure what that means. What's up, Radish, dude? I'm looking for the all bold. I can't find it, Brad.
Hi Mitch. Love to lurk around, nerd face. So much to learn. TH and X. Is BTC tradable as a breakout trade on BTC if it cracks 19,570 yen?
Yeah, I mean, look, dude, I'm not a breakout trader of any sort. You know, I'm a value trader. I like finding low risk, high reward opportunities with 78% retraces. So this is kind of like when you start getting into this heavy, high momentum stuff and it gets really volatile. It's like, well, I'm used to traditional markets, right? I'm used to traditional setups. So it starts getting a little tougher for me. So, yeah, if you do break 19.9, I mean 19.570 though, what? That's not a break. I mean, it could just run up again, test 18,891 and dump again. So I think that's the thing. Like if it breaks all-time highs, I mean, price discovery would be on, and it could go insanely high and incredibly fast. So, oh yeah, okay. So just a reminder, all the new patrons. There have been issues yesterday because the Patreon bot gets completely bogged down with all the new members and stuff like that. If you're having trouble getting access to the Patreon sections of the Discord, all you have to do is disconnect and reconnect your Discord account to the Patreon site. It should reset and give them access now that the craziness is, you know, subsided. You know, that's the only thing you got going on XRP is bullish convergence. You know, if Bitcoin pumps, XRP is going with it. And eventually the target will be 86 cents, at least on Binance, all right? Okay? 86 cents would be the target on XRP if Bitcoin was to rally hard, all right? But other than that, there's no hidden bullish divergence or anything. Maybe the daily. No, nothing on the daily, dude. Sorry, it's just one of those that went insane. But you had a chance, dude. You certainly had a chance on XRP. November 5th, that was your chance. It is now December 2nd, so a month ago you had a chance to get in at a value area that actually made sense.
Love the content in superior TA. Please look at $U.B.T. 0.008400000 ETH.
Hey Bullet Eye, man, thanks for the $5 contribution of Ethereum. Thank you, dude. All right, XRP, you had a chance. I mean, traditional targets, whatever. Untraditional market, Kangs, gone. Right, went to moon. So now it's like that took a while. All these trade setups took a while to develop, and now it's like I like the higher lows. It's all on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin breaks the upside, your target eventually 75 cents again, and then 86 cents. Boom, easy. I mean, that's.
Been watching your streams for over a year, but finally decided to join Patreon yesterday and invest more in my own knowledge growth. Been watching educational content all day and the Discord chat is invaluable. Should have joined sooner.
Wow, Leon W. Thank you, man, for the
Is that a join?
and the advocacy for the Patreon. Glad you're enjoying it, dude. Thank you for supporting me all this time just by watching, okay? Because you are supporting me when you do watch. Whether you like me or not. Hey, Neal C, thanks for the €5 super chat. Cheers. I'm not sure when PayPal actually buys the newly created Bitcoins. I don't know. And it's not just PayPal, it's also Square and GBDC or Grayscale. Grayscale, news on them. They did an update on their assets under management today. They're currently sitting at 12.2 billion. We're talking like 2.5 weeks ago, they were fundraising to get to the $10 billion mark. It's ballooning now. It's crazy. I mean, what's it going to be in a few weeks? Their AUM. All right, we got 9 seconds, chat, till a daily candle close. What's up, Navid? All right, new day has been born. Jesus chimes. Meh. Big meh. Like, whatever, dude. It didn't break higher highs. It didn't, you know, it's making a higher low for now. Do we know the selling's done though on this? You got to eventually get above that local high of like 19,500. You do that, yeah, you'll head to all-time highs again to test it, sure.
Cent turn from block card. 6% turn back. Love you gesture. Love you gesture.
Thanks for the love you gestures, man. All right. What else is there? You know, we looked at all the cryptos. I mean, not all of them, man. Was there a request? UBT. The daily was just, I guess, bullish harami stuff. You're gonna get ups and downs, right, today, and you certainly didn't reclaim the high from yesterday. Oh man. Oh, a 20-year treasury doesn't really look good, actually. Looks not good at all. Looks like it's ready to maybe roll over soon. I mean, big time, right? I mean, you got like a double top here. I mean, you're hitting this, maybe a bottom of a range coming up that was created June 5th. You know, right there. But the problem is you just keep making lower highs. Is there divergence of some sort? Yeah, I guess there is some divergence on the daily, a little bit. Bitcoin's about to be $19,300. But this is not a pump, okay? If you zoom out and you look at it, it's kind of nothing. Bitcoin is not pumping. It's not considered pumping, dude. Being up 0.36% on the day, $67 on an asset that's $19,288 is not a pump. It's just moving higher incrementally. It's like barely moving, so just as easily could be taken back, right? If you don't hold this little ice line here where there's no other support looking left, then eventually you're going to see 53.52 again, which is that high from July 2016. Like that's it. That's what you upthrusted through a couple times here in 2019. So you don't hold this, which doesn't look, it looks pretty weak here. You're just spending all this time hugging the support. You break it, boom, 53.52 will be your target. Now, yeah, there is pretty serious looking divergence here. All right, just the whole way, you know. I had no idea that's going to play out, man. We're talking 20-year treasury ETF here, so yeah, well, we can play the Haze song when we get back to like striking distance of all-time highs. That's when we play the Haze song, okay? Like the 4 hour, it's really still waning on that negative momentum. If it can keep this up, then eventually you would see that impulse candle to the upside to test all-time highs again. It's just not happened yet. Thoughts on Capital One Finance? Ask me in June and July about CO. No, that's COF. You're saying COP, which is ConocoPhillips, right? It's been in a downtrend, but again, since the snapping a month ago, everything's been outperforming that was trash. Tesla TA. We can leave that for a second. I'm gonna keep my eye on Bitcoin. It's just not doing much right now. Look, dude, it hit the 100% measure move. This was the target from before even it broke out, right? Even before the news of the S&P induction.
Yo, Mitch.
S&P
Can we
500.
check Webjet on the ASX, an Australian travel booking website recovering after March crash? Ticker web.
Sned Music, thanks for the 1420 Australian dollars.
Is that a joint?
Is that a giant in Australian, mate? Okay, so I mean, it hit nearly the golden mean ratio, the high to low, fib extension. It hit the target of the trade. It's pulled back, but it's not dumping yet. So, right when an asset runs and hits a target, normally a couple days after, there's nothing to talk about, right? It's reversing there, but not completely. So it could just keep going, man, and far exceed the targets. And you're thinking that $600 is what it tested, the psychological resistance, 600. So if it ever breaks that, then the target, there's nothing left till 650, 700, then 750, then 776, which is 2618 fib extension. So Again, there's not much to really talk about here. Everything that there was to talk about was back here in early November, not now. Much to both. Thank you, man. He said he joined the Patreon yesterday. Recommends to all viewers. Thank you, dude. Really, really appreciate it. Glad you're getting value out of it immediately. That's what I'm talking about, okay? Thoughts on Bitcoin volume since big money is making their purchases OTC? They don't move the markets. Well, the exchanges eventually do trail the OTC. So that, well, my thought is what I've said to everyone all the time for years. You have to take Bitcoin volume on exchanges with a grain of salt because you just don't know what's happening behind the scenes with the major purchases, right? I mean, like, I'm looking at this aggregate, you know, of all the buys and sells, the big ones, and I've never seen anything over 5 million before of a purchase or sell, you know, and some people have seen 9 million, but that's it. I mean, they, right, on these exchanges, they're averaging like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 500,000. Sometimes you get 1 million, 2 million buys and sells. Okay, you get them in strings, but you're never seeing like, okay, here's $50 million purchase that happens OTC.
It almost seems like the market makers are keeping the price stable to create the price support for big dollar to come in.
What's up, Rob?
Ashley Twist
What's up, Ashley?
Super chatted $33.33. 1,500 watching and only 450 likes. Get on it, my dudes.
Wow, thank you, Ashley,
Bruh.
for the 3333, and Rob, thank you for the 5. It almost seems like, well, we don't know, right? I mean, that's speculative, right? I mean, same thing about golds. That's just been getting completely suppressed. It finally catching some bids at a critical ice line where that was it, man. You fall much lower than you fell on gold. You were probably going down a few $100s, but if that holds, you would think with the whole story, the whole narrative of Fed money printing, that gold would eventually recover and get back above 1920, or at least run up to test 1920 again from here. Almost 500 likes. Is that true? I haven't checked in a minute. Wow, 3 likes away from 500. Yeah, it's possible. I think we maybe could do 500 likes if there's 3 left, right? Maybe not, though. Lars, that's interesting. I mean, dude, again, like, you know, with Bitcoin, like that, right now, with it not dumping, you do have to wonder, because it is an extenuating circumstance right now with the institutional awareness of what's going on and how it's becoming, we're like watching in real time kind of a 1% asset allocation of major institutions into Bitcoin, like everywhere. It's like a trend. It's like a new trend that's happening. It's like, who's going to be the last one to do it, you know? And if that keeps happening, right? Guggenheim, you know, getting approval to throw $500 million into GBTC, right? Those things that should continue. You think it would continue to trend in the same direction because it's so early. I mean, it's only been going on since October. So that just keeps happening, man. I mean, there's just nothing the price can do but go up. What's up, Benji? Thanks for the sub. But so that's the question. Like, why is it not dumped yet? Why is it, you know, just hit the all-time highs and swung 10% before recovering some? Maybe that's it. Maybe we really are in this paradigm now where there's not enough supply, and this is plotted on a chart. You know, we looked at it early in the stream. We looked at it yesterday. Like, there's that huge divergence. Like, exchanges at their lowest point of supply in a long time, right? Next support for the DXY. We gotta look at the DXY, man. Oh, it's so ugly. Bounce back a little bit, not really. Next support, you're kind of at it. It's like this soft support. It's a joke, though. I think it's exactly where the price is right now. It's the low from September of 2017. But to me, that was just price action correlation to the low from May of 2016. So I don't think that's as strong of a support as what we've already broken. And once you break that, $88 still the target. Bear pull, bear flag, you know. Major bear pull, bear flag. Target is down at the 88s. Okay. So yeah, maybe it bounces for a second, you know, it craps around, but chances are it breaks it and then really keeps going. Multi-year lows, lowest level, and that's going to continue for a while. Lowest level since April of 2018, and you know, until it gets below $89, that's gonna be the same stat every day as it keeps on going down. If it does, all right. So just another one of those variables that coincide that are fundamental. The U.S. dollar, the money printing, institutional FOMO going on, right? The halvening, the difficulty acquiring bitcoins and mining them, right? And you know, the central banks that definitely are aware of the validity of digitization of currencies, and that is the direction it will go. You know, China's already starting it, but it's going that way. Just give it a few years. So that just further legitimizes Bitcoin's existence, man. Can't find the Discord? Get wrecked then. Hold on, I'll get you a link. Dang. Yeah, join the Discord. We're going on 10,000 members, right? So let's get to 10K. The road to 10K. And my God, almost at 38,000 subs. Hey, Davey. Davey P, man, thanks so much for joining the Patreon. Welcome. Glad to have you. Have in the chat.
Is that a joint?
Bruh.
Thank you, Davey, dude. Be sure to sync up the Patreon to the Discord. Let's go, dude. Second day of the month. Definitely the best, second best day to join the Patreon, where we now have 559 patrons. The road to 600, I guess, now. Jeez. Thank y'all. Now, one thing we haven't done is look at the weekly, which, remember last week we were talking about, hey, I like the red candle because that means it could engulf. Easy way to engulf the previous candle. You're working on it, right? You got 4 days. Who knows where it's going to be? This week it has tested the highest high of all time. This is a very strong candle. For now, you're nuclear on the RSI. You're sitting at 83.6. That's higher than it was in July 2019. That can stay overbought for an extended amount of time, but you're just butting up against the last known resistance, at least created by market participants. There are Fibonacci's above you. 24K would be 24,444 would be your first target if you ever did break all-time highs. But we're not there yet. Don't get cocky, kid. Hold on a sec. Okay, weekly and then monthly, where it is a new month, where all that's happened so far is immediate selling, right? In the first 2 days, just selling so far, just up and down, up and down. All right, if you can't ever break 19,894 on the monthly, then eventual target would be 13,868 to back test it. What was once resistance becomes support. You can't rule that out. It's very real. Because we've only merely just broken to all-time highs on where traders settled up, where candle closes are. Just something that could happen in time, man. 13,868. Sounds kind of crazy right now, but you're looking at each candle represents 1 month here, 30 days. So still okay. You just got to break out, and then it could be very easy. But is it ever that easy, man? Yeah, which is crazy, Wall Street. It's really crazy. So it's either on the monthly, it's either 13,868 back test in time, or the breakout, which takes you to, on long scale, $32,000. No, I don't think there's any kind of bearish divergence on the monthly. You look at the most discernible swing high on the monthly, it would be, the previous one was June of 2019. Very discernible high for a sell-off. So the oscillators are here, right? So it's only bullish convergence. There is no argument for bearish divergence on Bitcoin's monthly. No, not right now. I don't think. Just real quick, man. We talked about it. Let's go look at it. Gold real quick, right? Major congestion area. This is it, dude. You don't want to fall below this crazy area, otherwise you're
I
screwed.
think you missed the UBT, Unibright chart. Give it a look. Please smile.
Sorry.
0.008400000 EDH.
Thank you, Bullet. Sorry, man. Just keep her getting. Oh God. Well, it looks great, man. It's pumping, you know, it's been pumping, I guess. Just like a major range-bound asset, right? Yeah, man, it's just probably at this point higher risk. It's already run its course. If you're talking about the whole assets in a range, I guess. Nice higher lows, but it's over now. Like, this asset has. You're looking at an asset that, hey, guess what? The date was November 26th. I think it was like around Thanksgiving. So since Thanksgiving, it's up 86%. What do you want from me? As a swing trader, someone who uses like value, areas, divergence and stuff, there's nothing to do here. It probably could just run up to 60 cents, test it, and we'll see what happens. Historically, it's only failed. So that's kind of it, man. It's kind of just this range of resistance. Right, 58 to 60 cents. If you ever break it, wow, it could be insane. But that's a big if, man. Big if. You know, I mean, like, you know, the best when people contribute to the stream, hopefully they're looking for assets that are showing the teachings that I'm trying to teach in here, right? And then they're applying it to a chart, and then they're requesting it because it's like, hey, man, this might be a good trade setup, not something like Unibright that's up 85% in a week or something, right? Yeah, went over that like very beginning of the stream. Go to Litecoin again. That is very interesting. Very interesting. Trying to break out. Well, I mean, there's not much data here. It looks like it's certainly attempting something. All right, couple with unironic, couple with handle. I know, man. I know it's hilarious, but we always make fun of couple with. Well, that was a thing from the 2017 cycle, where everyone like is coming in the market and they're like, "Is this couple with handle, man? Is this couple with handle? Is this couple with handle, man?" It's like, no, man, it's not.
Is that a joint?
Sure. We'll look at lows. Man, I don't know. Definitely looks stupid toppy, doesn't it? I mean, like extremely toppy. Like, holy crap. Let me just show you this real quick. I had this old channel, and then it just went berserk, like a COVID crash. Just forget it, man. Forget being normal. And then look what's happening. It's just like up here, you just got this one ice line, You got highs, you got a higher high, you got a lower high. You're just holding on by a thread, man. You already broke out, but you're trying to rally back and back test it and hold it. Don't know. You'll catch the bids. You're already losing that positive Momo. If you break this, if you break it, I'm scared of this channel now. It doesn't really even matter anymore. If it breaks 152 and holds below 152 long enough, you're going to 126 most likely, right? That's kind of complex head and shoulder stuff happening here. I hope not, man. I hope it fails. I hope it, hey, maybe it runs down and tests the 200-day moving average and bounces, but you just set yourself up not in a good spot. Toppy. Looks definitely some sort of toppy, okay? What would the measured move be if it really did break that, you know? I mean, it's kind of TA Tetris probably, right? Well, how about that? Look here, listen, right? It's just kind of like, oh, that's the X marks the spot if it breaks 152, 126. Okay. Gross. $19,289. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, the bell, at sub. Do it for Bitcoin. Don't do it for me, man. Thanks for the 1,500-ish people tuned in. So look at that. We got 624 likes. You know, in seconds, if y'all wanted, we could be at 700 likes, like in an instant, as we've done a trillion times before. No wonder that was loud. It's been live 1 hour and 21 minutes now. Again, if you're out there and you're a new patron, you have to be in the Discord. I mean, I'm just telling you, you want to be in the Discord. You want your name to be green in Discord. You want to have access to all the Patreon content in there, okay? And this is the Discord link. It's free, so like you can go in there. There's educational resources even if you're not a patron, okay? Where you can get your feet wet in this world. No problem, all right? So if Litecoin was to actually, you know, it's not even Litecoin. It's not even, it does nothing to do with Litecoin. If Bitcoin was to continue to rally the upside, it's going to play out brilliantly on Litecoin, okay? If Bitcoin dumps, this will fail probably. It's pretty simple, dude. I mean, that's like the way it goes in this market, unfortunately. You go to the educational resources tab, Luke L. And that's kind of it, right? Not to mention you're connected to almost 10,000 people who care about the same things you care about. Hey, what's up, Grubman? I don't know about outperform, man. Litecoin's just been continuing to underperform. I mean, maybe not recently, but yeah. I hate this bug, dude. This trading view bug. Hold on. No wonders and logs. Okay. So I mean, I guess it's like the same argument. Is it a coupled handle on Bitcoin? It could be, man. Potential coupled handle. Until you break all, I think all-time highs is pretty much the neckline, dude. So yeah, it's coupled handle if it breaks all-time highs. Sure. Well, there you go. See? You see what happens, Larry? We hit over 700 likes. Boom. That easy. Y'all did it. So the news, what news? It's just like Ethereum doing an Ethereum E, which is the grayscale Ethereum trust, doing a 9-to-1 stock split, and then Litecoin's coming out with some sort of credit card. Obviously, when these news events broke, no price action, no movement. Why? Because we know who runs the show. You're looking at it, it's Bitcoin. Dreamer, is this, what are you talking about, when it launches? PayPal's already launched. Everyone in North America is able to buy and sell crypto on their own. Or if you're talking about PayPal IPOing or something, because they did that a long time ago, okay, like 2000 or something. Does anyone know what he's talking about? Prediction when PayPal launches? I think it already happened, Larry. Yeah, ETHE splitting. Well, it was already terrible. Like, it was already such high premium. Litecoin and LTCN was like really bad. You might be talking about Europe or something, or like other countries besides North America or the United States and Canada. Oh, I don't know when it's coming to Europe and other countries. I don't know. Does anyone know that? Maybe we could check on that. Let me know. Since I'm talking about, dude, with Bitcoin, it's gonna go up and down. It's gonna probably won't even be volatile today. It's just sideways, man, but very, very pathetic selling for now. Very pathetic. And if this keeps up, this price action remains pathetic like this, then yeah, I think you'll eventually see 19,891. Wasn't PayPal supposed to be the Bitcoin, as Elon Musk has said before? Dang, dude, Lowe's is gross. I mean, maybe it just outperforms. Maybe it's just amazing. But dang, dude, that structure on Lowe's is gross. Wolfman. And just another thing, so Bitcoin's at its own, not even at its own resistance, but total, you know, you break 570, really good things can happen, but you just haven't yet. Tesla should accept Bitcoin. I believe there's a petition, change.org, on that for Tesla to accept Bitcoin as payment. That would be hilarious. And it seems like, to me, the probability is elevated that it will happen, probably, right? I mean, if anyone would ever do it, Elon would probably be like, yeah, man, why not? Highest daily close ever? Well, yeah, that happened on November 30th. Sure. But not today, not yesterday. No. I wouldn't say pointless, GV, because again, like, it's not about, we don't have to know where Bitcoin's going, but we certainly, on other assets, there are ways to assess your risk, to size it up, to know where you don't want anything to do with the asset. And if it does play out, wow. If it does, man, wow, the rewards are going to be immense. But at the same time, if it loses, if it fails, the losses are minimal and they're calculated. Bitcoin ATM on the Tesla campus. I think I'd heard about that. It's pretty cool. Just remember, you just gotta wonder, is this really going on right now? I mean, is this what is contributing to the sellers being so pathetic? Reaccumulation inventory dropped 19% over 10 months, where in 2016 it was only an 11% drop over 5 months. So about the same intensity of divergence in a longer period of time, though. You gotta wonder. Yep, actual unironic cup with handle, man. Yep. Potential cup with handle, right? Not a real cup with handle until the neckline is broken, which the neckline on Litecoin would be $92. You'd have to break that. So Kiki. Sorry, been kind of busy today doing some things, IRL stuff. Tom K coming in from Berlin, Germany. Thanks, man, for watching. Where y'all at? Where's everyone at? Is everyone in the United States, or is it still global? We still here? Solta, what's up, dude? Bitcoin is like Goku, always exceeding its new level, its power level. We don't know that yet, right? How do we know? We haven't. I mean, come on, dude. For 2 seconds, like literally like seconds, it hit all-time highs, and then had a 10% price swing in less than 8 hours. That is not good enough. We got more Germany. We got Texas, Virginia, Ireland, Madagascar. Really? Arizona, New York, Netherlands, Sweden. Yeah, you got a lot of people. Kremlin, USSR. What's up, comrade?
Bruh.
Hey, Jeff?
Bruh.
Poland, Brazil, Austria, multiple Portugals. Yeah, this is global as F, man. Scotland, Toronto. I mean, it's almost like every city in the Western world is watching the stream. So as we talk about like Bitcoin just barely moving, it's gonna go up and down, making up its mind. I don't know, right? If it starts pumping insanely, you know, I'll be back to try to cover it. A lot of our pumps have been coming at like the crack of dawn. Texas, Florida, Calgary, Oregon, Minnesota, Philippines, Barcelona, Spain, North Carolina. There you go, it's all over the place. What is YFI doing? It went pretty much to target, was off by like, I mean, nothing to be worried about, really. I don't see any bearish divergence on the 4 hour. I mean, it was literally like $200 away from hitting the target, the high from September. No big deal, man. Eventually, you think it could sell off a little bit, retrace, right, and then run again. No big deal, dude. This asset is so sensitive. Like it can do so many things. I think it has to do with its own lack of supply. Doesn't it have a low supply on YFI? Don't post what? Oh, cell numbers. I'm thinking about someone said they were in prison, and you're like, don't post your cell number like your literal. I'm in the cell,
There's
dude.
still on Micron. MU?
I don't know, man. Maybe. My Aspen Killer was up again today. So incredible. And it all started with what? A 3 Rising Valleys textbook. Textbook, man. Bearish divergence? Maybe. Like, right? What happens if it just keeps going and tests 7150? And then where the positive Momo keeps building? Yeah, there's a gap to fill though, for sure. Like that gap you think would be filled at 64.62, 63.51, which is a high from May of 2018. You think a back test is very possible there. 100% measure moves hit. You know, it's kind of just out there now, man. I think 71.50 is the next target, but the all-time highs from June of 2000, 78.27. Doubt we'll get there on the same wave. You'd have to pull back some and then maybe go higher, but yeah, there's that gap. You don't know. Like it's still like in the process of development for bearish divergence on the 4 hours. Are you talking about the 4 hour? Here we go, dude. New patron. What's up, Matthew T? Hype in the friggin' chat.
Bruh.
Is that a joint?
Thank you, Matthew T. Welcome. Please be sure to sync with the Patreon to the Discord. You got to do it, man. All right. Looking forward to seeing you in the Patreon chat. That's it. Hey, you're it, man. You were number 560. Patron number 560. Heck yeah, man. Thank you. Wow. What asset is MU? Micron technology, chip maker stuff. Same industry as like AMD and NVIDIA, whereas they had both really good days. If we're talking about AMD or we're talking about Micron, we gotta look at AMD. All-time highs, dude. Hype in the freaking chat for AMD.
Hype in the chat!
Yet, at the same time, breaking all-time. Yes, it was the highest level where traders set it up on the 4-hour ever. Highest level of all time where traders settled up on the daily, technically. Yeah, because before that, the highest level ever was 92.28. This was like it gapped up and then dumped. So beautiful here, man. And actually, man, that's crazy. Is this actually the eventual target for this, the fractal, right? Cup with range. You finally actually hit it to the dollar. Like, remember, this time we never hit it. We 94.25. This had been here. It's finally touched that 100% log scale measure move. 60% increase in value. Like, that's the measure move here. Wow. And NVIDIA. Looking pretty freaking good in the neighborhood. Sending triangle stuff. Making these higher lows. I really like the higher lows. I like how the ball has been given to the bulls. First level of positive momentum you've seen since November 9th. So we're going on like 3 weeks plus. So let's see if we can get follow the price action and rally and eventually test 589 again, 587. And then break it. And then, wow, you know, you're talking over $670 would be the target. So, yep, so long-term holds. It's been a long-term hold. First share I ever bought of NVIDIA was $23. It's like $541. What a joke. Okay. All right, the daily on Bitcoin. What's going to happen, man? Yes, the RSI could be like, oh, hey, that could be bearish divergence, but it's like the MACD histogram makes it really suspicious, really suspect. Or what if it just goes positive again, man, and we do break all-time highs, and then it runs and builds another huge positive histogram island like it did before. What is it on YFI? Jeez, 30,000 total circulation for YFI. That is why I think probably it can do what it does. 22K, that's great, dude. Can't wait till they actually have products. And I think they're working on it. I think wasn't the CEO of Virgin Galactic supposed to do a space dream or something? He's supposed to be launched into outer space by first quarter of 2021. Someone bat me up on that. It's probably pushed back or something stupid, right? But amazing. Crypto Junkie joining the Discord, and then, I mean, really, if you're talking about actually learning, join the Patreon. Like, all right, when you join the Patreon, you're supporting the stream, but you're also saying, hey, man, I want to learn TA the way you learned it, because there's all kinds of ways. People scalp, people do all kinds of ways of trading. But of course, like, if you want to learn the way I've done it, the system I've set up and developed over 10 years, of course, Patreon, right? But that's the point of the Patreon. I want people joining the Patreon that want to invest in themselves, right? That want to learn how to do it themselves, to be self-reliant, to where one day, hey, you don't need the Patreon because you can do it on your own. But it's such a nice network of people that are all looking for the same things that you don't leave because it's equitable for you to stay, because the value of what everyone's finding. It's crazy, man. Yeah, Jeff Miller, yes. 2014, 2015. Yeah. My first share of Activision Blizzard was 1850 or so, around the same time. What's up, Sultan, man? Thanks for the 271. I don't get the flu shot. Why would I get the COVID shot? Because it's the right thing to do. Nah, dude, leave me alone. Just let me live my life. Just leave me alone. Okay. Let's look at Ethereum on Coinbase. Beautiful channel, right? Still unable to break out. Upsloping supply line. 628 resistance, somewhat. I mean, it's a high. It's literally a high. I mean, it's not to me a discernible major swing high. That's why I think 784 is up there, but that was it, man. So if it ever breaks that, it could have a huge markup, but it won't matter. It's not going to do it unless Bitcoin runs the upside. If anything, you could almost make the argument on Ethereum that it's bearish. Like, it's at the top of a huge uptrend, right? It attempted its rally and failed, and there's so much downside potential, and it could still stay in the range. It could be at 455 and still be in this channel, in this uptrend. Leon, S-Coin's gonna S-Coin, right? And it's pretty quiet right now in the crypto sphere. On the new day, that is. Hey, Andreas, man. What's up, dude? Thanks so much for supporting the stream, dude. Welcome, Patreon. Sync up that Patreon Discord. I'm in the chat.
Bruh.
Cheers, Andreas. 561, man. We cracked a resistance.
Love you, man. I would not nanoparticles injected in me either. Look it up, bro. Cheers. Love the TA.
Oh man, I don't really need to look it up. Nanoparticles. Know what meth heads say? The nanobots are getting me, dude. I'm good. Thank you. One thing we didn't do, looking at futures. Look at the futures, man. Right, bottom right, Bitcoin futures 19,390, very flat, right? After hitting that highest high, 20,360, he sold off, and you've just been doing nothing burger. Nothing burger, okay? But hey, you know what? I don't care if it's the 5-minute chart. I do like the fact that you're just making higher lows here, very quietly, subtly. Cool, dude. Keep making these higher lows. Everything else will work out. So the Nasdaq's up 0.06% on the new day. S&P is down 0.08%. Dow Jones down 0.13%. Not much movement, man. It's very, very flat. Okay, everywhere. Look at that, man. 1,420 people.
Is that a joint?
You probably can't because stockholders, right?
I mean, it's legal, right?
It's totally legal.
Bruh.
Why does everyone say bullish on Cardano? I don't know, man, because there was a time to be bullish on Cardano. There's a time to be bullish on these altcoins, and they played out. They were targets. They were reasonable, strategic entry areas. It was very easy to manage your risk, knowing where to have your stops set up, because they were testing ice lines that they had broken and they were back testing as support. That all played out, and now it's like they've gone insane, and it's like, I need more data to feel more comfortable, you know? They've had a heck of a run, an unbelievable run. You don't want to give it all back, just trying to keep going. I mean, like, there are a couple that look okay, but it's only if Bitcoin keeps going. What was that? What's up, Coffee Crypto, man?
Bruh.
El Rey, thanks for the years of TA and killer content. One love.
Thank you for the 1669, the Erwin.coffee contribution. The Erwin.coffee emoji in the jar. Did you know that? If you tip 1669, you can get the Erwin coffee. Pretty cool, man. Thanks, dude. Yeah, that's what I drink. I drink Erwin coffee. But I like it, man. Keeps me going. I'm sure there are a lot of people in this community that do drink it. Brad, you had the breakfast blend today? Boom. I think I'm still on the Monsoon Malabar. What's up, Crypto Junkie, man? Start waiting for it to
Love your stream, buddy. Quick question, you're not scared of hacking? I heard Streamlabs account are getting hacked. I mentioned as I love your stream.
Crypto Junkie, I mean, Streamlabs getting hacked, it doesn't mean anything, right? I mean, like, if it got hacked, there's no wallet where money is stored. It is just a processor. It's just like a intermediary, a third party that is the segue between, you know, my PayPal account and the OBS where you can see something in the contribution you supply on the stream, right? It's just in the middle. And so, again, if it got hacked, what happens? Nothing happens to me. You know, I contact Streamlabs and it's all good, but I'm fine. Like, it doesn't matter. That's not how Streamlabs really works. Okay. Thank you for letting me know, though. Get wrecked, Streamlabs. They're owned by Logitech, if you didn't know that. They got acquired. And things have kind of gone downhill a lot on Streamlabs since that acquisition. Go figure, right? So this is kind of weird here, man. Hidden bullish divergence playing out, but not catching bids above the previous high. Not yet. Technically did engulf yesterday. That's real. That's a huge helicopter going on outside. Hey, it's a $3 minimum TTS, dude. So, and obviously a request. It's a $10 minimum for S coins, major S coins. Just because precedence, man, precedence. Like, we get a huge pump stream, and then like people tipping like $2, $1, trying to get major S coin requests in because they work for the project, you know, and trying to get exposure. That's happened many times before on pump streams. So we had to develop a system where it's like, if you're gonna do something like that, man, well, it's gonna cost you a little bit more than $2. It's just people exploiting the TTS is why we have these rules. Don't get mad at me, man. Love. Well, anything's possible, dude. Hey, Chore Boy Roy, thank you so much for joining the Patreon. Welcome, dude. Have the chat.
Bruh. Bruh.
Thank you, dude. Hey, sync up the Patreon Discord. Join us, alright? Up in there.
I meant our YouTube account associated with Streamlabs getting hacked due to Streamlabs flaw.
Okay. Well, I have like 3-factor authentication, so I don't think that's possible. Yeah. Don't think it's possible. So thank you, dude. Thy will be done. If I get hacked because some weird reason, I don't know how they can get past all the authentication and stuff to get into the Google and YouTube account, so. Okay, so look, I mean, you now have positive MOMO, so it's time. It's soon. You have to start catching bids soon. Oh, AMC. I don't know, dude. Really low. No, I don't think so. No cut with handle, because it's like, if you're talking about cut with handle, I mean, like, where's the other part, right? You have to have a discernible first peak and a discernible second peak, and like this doesn't line up with anything here. There's nothing here. But look at it, it's at the 200-day moving average again. We've seen that before. Up thrust, fail. So it's not making higher high. It's still in a major downtrend. All-time low levels. You're very, very terrible, dude. I don't know, man. Like, not to say it can't just keep climbing, I guess. You had a nice run, though. A nice run in a major, major downtrend where I guess the upside could eventually be 735, 784 if it runs the top again, but that dreaded 200. We'll see how price action correlates to it, which has been bad, right? Look. Very bad for a long time. So major double bottom, it could be, but your lowest risk around $2, which it's at 432. It'd have to lose half its value to be at the low risk areas. So it's really tough. Well, it could be tougher. I don't know. Look, you see this low right here, a local low. So a way to size it up is anything below 381, you want nothing to do with it. Real fast, you're out. Maybe even back test. Look, you close a gap and test that at the same time, and a very tight stop. And if it falls below it, you know it's probably going to $2 again to fill the gap at 248 and see the ice line again. So, right, yeah, sure, it gapped up. You got to fill the gap. Can't break the 200-day moving average yet. And if it does hold 381 long enough, then eventually you're thinking 735, right, on AMC. No cup with handle though, man. I don't see. Hey, Matty S, thank you so much, dude, for joining the Patreon. Welcome. Hype in the freaking chat.
Is that a joint?
Bruh.
Thanks again, Matty. Kings. See with the Patreon Discord, you got it, man. You know it. All right, so this is like on Litecoin, man, on the daily. It's time. It's literally time. The bulls have the ball, and you really need some help on Bitcoin, obviously. You need some help, dude. See, unable to break out or whatever yet. What's up, Fix It, Felix? Virgin Galactic founder Bronson involved in new SPAC, VGAC. What's up, dude? Thank you, man. All roads lead back to Bitcoin. That's right, unfortunately. But hey, man, I'd be remiss if I didn't say it. You know, these things don't have a mind of their own most of the time. They mostly follow Bitcoin, especially the legacy coins, those ones that are the blebs, right? Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, bleb. Like Fang, but bleb. And those are the ones that got added to Coinbase, or not Coinbase, but PayPal. And they, since they all got added, they all had very sizable markups and outperformed many of the other micro cap or smaller S coins. What kind of educational resources you get after becoming Patreon? You get tons of videos, clips on all different types of areas that you need to learn about, to know about, like different patterns, right? I mean, it's all stuff you can get online, but if you want to learn from me, like all that educational stuff is in the Discord. And it's really, you would just continue learning because, again, there's like 500 people plus that are in a chat, and people are asking questions and other people are answering questions all the time. And I'm doing all I can to help with that, right? Posting my charts and the setups. And, you know, it's just, once you join and you get in the Patreon chat, all those questions just go away, right? You're just like, oh, wow, this is valuable. Like, this is definitely worth it. And I think that's why we have 560 patrons right now. And that's why we've held on. I mean, you know, we were like 680 in August, 650 to 80 in August. And we've just held on to a lot of patrons because it is clear the value is there. Yeah. Yeah, it's like almost unlimited because it's not just educational resources. It's like people that are there, a part of the community, and everyone's on their own trading journey together. And everyone's at different levels of the journey, right? And so there are just people that are, you know, intermediate that are helping beginners. There are people, masters, helping the intermediate, right? It's like all over the place. It's so nice. You know, you asked, so I'm telling you, it's second of the month, second best day to join the Patreon. We got like 9 annual members too. So you can join annually if you want, but again, I get it. It's like, I mean, there are people that legit have been a part of it and they're just like, yeah, dude, why not join for the year? Well, the longer you wait, XRP has, the less value it has because it's a billing cycle on the first. So you join now, you get 30 days, 29 days of value versus tomorrow you get 28, 27 days, whatever it is. So Buster B says he believes the Patreon to be worth it for the Discord alone. Yeah, 24/7 posting about everything. It's a hive of sorts. Yeah, dude. What's up, Super Breadwinners? Thanks for the sub, dude. Welcome. And just be sure to join the Discord, whether you're a patron or not. It doesn't matter, man. It's just a big community, and you get like notified when I go live. YouTube's notification system sucks. Do I plan to post a lot of call options on Patreon? Yeah, I mean, plan on it. I mean, it's like if an opportunity presents itself, I'm gonna post it, right? Just like every month, right? I mean, a lot of these trades they played out like the Jesus man, so good. Do what I did if you want to ask. Yeah, just before I get out of here, I guess. Getting pretty hungry again. You know how it goes, man. I gotta eat food, and I intermittently fast daily, so it's like, you know. Hey, dude, like for instance, you know, I don't know why it does this, but if you're out there and you're wondering, it's like, hey, do you post trade setups? Like, stuff? It's like, dude, this is a trade setup posted for patrons only, September 23rd. Variables, everything lined up, right? Bullish shark on Litecoin. And I'm telling you, people were literally questioning. Patrons were like, are you sure, man? I don't know, man. Like, this could be bad. Things are getting wrecked. And it's like, the variables are there. I'm not worried about what everyone thinks, okay? Gone. Far exceeded the targets, okay? Traditional markets, these crazy markups, it just doesn't happen. So, in a normal market, they'll hit the targets and it'll sell off for a while, then it'll rally some, it'll do this or that. Am I not back? Are we back? I'm getting throttled. Okay, we're back. Yeah, XLM. What I don't even know. I said looked at traditional technical analysis in an untraditional market, where in normal markets you hit the targets and you sell off some for maybe going higher. This one just literally capitulated up. Well, that's weird. I think I lost internet for a second, maybe. All right, like, look, even Bitcoin, like, you know, it was just rational thinking here. You'd broken a resistance on the daily at 15,782, and it was like, all right, man, it looks like a little bull flag to me. You know, this is the strategic area, very easy to know where to stop loss. And what happened? Targets hit and exceeded. Boom, right? Far exceeded. It happens though. Entry. Sometimes the exits get blasted through. Crypto, you know, dude, this one. GBTC for your Roth IRA. Entry was literally when I posted October 15th. Okay, easiest trade of my entire life. Boom, straight line up, hit all three targets before crazy gap down and then a gap back up where you're closing still at all-time highs. Institutional investors still deep in GBTC right now, above the third target, which it almost seemed impossible. It seemed insane at the time when I posted it, of course. Of course, now it seems, oh yeah, anyone can do that. It's like, no, it's not that easy, man. What about Cardano? November 10th, patrons last month. This was it, man. We knew how to strategize and manage our risk here. Anything above that area was bullish, anything below it was bearish. Well, you never fell below it, dude. That never hit a stop out. It just went to test the ISIN one more time, and yeah, exceeded targets. Okay, great. What about Neo? November 4th, right, last month. Entry was then. Bullish divergence at a critical ice line and a PCZ of a bullish butterfly pattern. Yes, harmonic pattern. Easy, low risk, high reward opportunity. Look what you did. You hit all three targets and then dumped, and you're below the second and third target here. It was perfect. Maker was a crazy one too, that it went awry, but since we strategized a stop loss, we never got stopped out. It was $2 away from a stop out before hitting the first target. It never got to the second, third target before it dumped. So that happens. Sometimes you only hit one target. That's why you layer out, right? So you make some money. You don't just go all out, all in. Okay, so Zcash still going, man. This one's still, we're working on it, right? It was like $2 away from hitting the target, but it's still okay. You get back above 76, I think you could easily hit the first and second target. Okay, for real. BNB, beautiful, right? Another trade setup. There was an inverse head and shoulders gone awry a little bit. It just kept extending out, but we knew how to strategize stop losses, right? We knew that, or I knew that, like $27 below that's very bad. That's a critical ice line back from February. That was a major reversal point, pivot point. So as long as you stayed above that, you were safe on this. Anything below it, you wanted nothing to do with it. Well, what happened? You never fell below it. You only tested it. I'm talking, look, you tested it, and then broke to the upside, hit pretty much 2 targets, literally 2 targets before the dump. And then it still held that support, even though it fell below where the stop loss was. I mean, the trade was complete. So now it's just back up, and eventually maybe you get the 3rd target in time. Where that's the stuff you asked. You literally asked about trade setup targets and what you get in the Patreon. That stuff, that's what you get, okay? When it makes sense for a trade setup, okay, we'll post it. So now Bitcoin's like selling off, 19,144. It's gonna go up and down, up and down. Oh my God, man.
Your thoughts on a Bitcoin ETF? Would it blow PayPal effect out of the water?
BK Trav, it would certainly be groundbreaking if it ever happened.
Is that a joint?
Yeah. But it's got to happen, right? I mean, like it has an actual ETF, a Bitcoin ETF that happened. Grayscale Bitcoin isn't technically an ETF, right? It's just a trust. So yes, that would be game changing, sure. Yes. Uh-oh. Bitcoin's still zoning off. All right, 19,066. Okay. Up and down, man. Up and down. You can expect Chop City all you want. Hey, Timothy K, thank you so much, dude, for joining the Patreon just now. Much love. Much love. Send love and hype. So much wipe in the chat. Wipe in the chat.
Bruh.
Thanks, Timothy, dude. Please be sure to sync with the Patreon on the Discord. You get it, right? You know the thing, right? I guess there's still time. Will Bitcoin see all-time highs by Christmas? Well, technically it already happened, right?
Round 2. Not sure if you missed the last one. What are your thoughts
sorry,
on
man.
the recovery of web ASX?
It looks like all airline companies. Better just catching bids. Yeah, I think you're back above 514, big time critical area. There's not much support resistance, dude, on this until like 903. So what could happen is you could back test 514 as support, and we could see how the price correlates to that. And if it holds long enough, there could be an opportunity to go long. But we really want to see an actual, true, powerful back test and see, again, how market participants take to that back test of this critical area from April 2013. So what you'd want to see is eventually this come into back test, 514, and then we go, right? But you got to get confirmation. That's what market participants need, confirmation that what was once resistance has become a true support. I don't think you got that, all right? So wait for it, 514, and then it could actually climb to $9 in time. Hey, Kevin P, thanks so much, dude, for joining the Patreon. Hype and freaking.
Bruh.
Thank you, Kevin, man. Patreon, Discord, sync it up, Kings. Bitcoin, 19,120, up and down. Chop City, dude. We don't know. Holy crap. Let's go, Kurt. Hype in the freaking chat. Kurt D.
Is that a joke?
Thank you, Kurt, man. Please be sure to sing on the Patreon, Discord. You get it, man. Do the thing. So what was that? Wow, 566 patrons now, chat. Amazing. We are an army, certainly an army, of like-minded individuals. We're all on our own journey. What you saying, Raw? I don't know, Raw Paul's just talking about people from central banks, BlackRock, big institutions that are all talking about Bitcoin's legitimacy, right? I don't know. Do I think Bitcoin will go down? I think it's very possible. Just as possible as going up. But if you understand the way one should think about charts, you're not supposed to know. You're not supposed to know with certainty. That's arrogance. It's just not the way you do it, man. I don't know. Just go read Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas 5 times and then come back to this stream and be like, no wonder he's not like always, I think it's going to do this. I think it's going to do that. No, it's like, we use the charts to gain an edge on the market. An edge on the market are variables that line up that are all implying it's going one way or another. It doesn't make something certain. Doors, thank you, man, for the consideration. Appreciate it. So tonight, maybe it's not the night, right? Bitcoin's just gonna maybe keep going sideways. But it's funny though, someone I worked with in the yesteryears, right back before I was doing this full time. He's a DJ. Like I sold media and sales and stuff, and he was like one of the people I'd sell for, or like, you know, he would like do some of the commercials and stuff if like he was like a personality. I guess kind of like what I do now, but he hit me up yesterday asking me, what was that exchange that we used to use back in 2017? I'm like, oh my god, oh boy. I'm like, it's a little late. You realize Bitcoin's appreciated in value 87% in 2 months, right? Little late to be asking me, man. And he's like, oh no, haha, just kidding, but, or not just kidding, but I'm just wondering, I'm not gonna buy them. I'm like, dude, do your own thing, you know. But that type of stuff, those are like indicators, right? Like, ooh, people are aware. There are a lot more people aware. I think the Google Trends actually ticked up finally and updated. Let's see here.
Happy holidays. If you got a second, can you check out DOS? Thanks.
Sure, Jared. Thanks for the 10. So we got as high in June of 2019 as 24, and we got as high as, it says 24. It looks like it's not. It looks like it's higher. I guess you're just you're literally just matching June of 2019's high at this point, and it pulled back. It's now 22, and that makes sense after the sell-off we had right in Thanksgiving. So there you go. We're still just, I guess there's a major resistance at 24.25 on the Google Trends. All right, we break that ice line, man. You got nothing until 45. Break the resistance, man. TA on the Google Trends chart, all right? All joking, all kidding. We're just having a good time, man. Just trying to enjoy ourselves. No, I do not scalp. No. It's not my thing. But hey, they're not saying it's illegitimate or doesn't work. It's just, look, man, when you're new, you have to find out yourself what your style's gonna be. What kind of trader do you want to have your, you know, you want to be like all up on the screen looking at insignificant time scales. That's scalping, right? It's a lot more proactiveness required, a lot more time on the screen. But once you get going in swing trading, position trading, and investing, it doesn't take near as much effort or time on screen, on the chart, looking at the chart. So it's all about your style, man, right? Swing trading and position trading, investing is something you can do. You can have a 9-to-5 job, and you can do it as a hobby. That's how that was the way it was for me forever. That's right, Google TA. Kratos, KTSO. I'm not sure what this is. I think we've maybe looked at, defense. Oh wow. Probably on the up. Oh, that actually looks really nice. I actually really like this. tell you, dude, if you break 21.89, wow, this is great, dude. I love it. I love it. This is like complex inverse head and shoulder stuff. I don't care like how it's not that symmetrical. It doesn't. All that matters is that you're making higher lows and you're at a neckline. And if you break this neckline, the target on KTSO, the target is 24.69, undeniable target. All right, that's where you're headed. And it looks prime. It looks so ready to go. Now, of course, you could fail, make another higher low, or dump, right? Obviously, anything's possible, but I'm really loving the way this chart looks. Just, it looks like the composite operator is accumulating, and it breaks that ice line, man. $25 you can go to, okay? If it ever broke $25, $29, okay? Easy targets. This is actually incredible looking. It hasn't broken out yet though, so. And you'd have to have a pretty tight stop to make it 3-1 here. You know, you can't have a stop loss below 1830, which is probably the most appropriate target. Oh, look at that, man. That RSI hidden bullish divergence before it continued to the upside, as it should. Very nice hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Yeah, dude. Wow. Good one, JR. Good one. Very good, dude. Oh yeah, anyway. So Bitcoin still selling off, right? I mean, tweezer top, potential tweezer top on the daily, like just like before. You had a nice day today, but you didn't reclaim the highs at all. You're just going sideways now, okay? Really tough. Really tough right now. It's not, I mean, Bitcoin at this current time is not like showing very clear, concise edge that looks, oh my God, the probability of it going up, it seems very high right now based on all the variables. That's not the case right now in Bitcoin. It's just not. No, nothing's good for altcoins if Bitcoin dumps, dude. That's terrible. No, they normally get wrecked harder than Bitcoin when it dumps. So Raul Paul just said, amongst all this Bitcoin bullishness, we will surely have some existential gut checks along the way, like forks in 2017. Some things will shake a lot of people's beliefs out and nasty corrections will occur. Be ready, he says. Alright. I like that, dude. He said too, also, as more money managers come in and Bitcoin rises, things like month-end rebalances will put huge selling pressure on Bitcoin from time to time. Like it is the second of the month. So remember, the shift can happen. New, different supply and demand will come as institutions come in. It won't be the same market, but will have different dynamics. Very, very cool. Month-end rebalances, implying that there could be a sell-off at the beginning of the month, and then halfway through the month when people are shaking out, it begins to rally again and then goes to all-time highs, right? Just remember, in 2 months, Bitcoin appreciated in value 87%. 2 months. So if you get a month of sideways and nothing happens, how could you be surprised? You just can't. It's like, and there are two pains in life, right? The pain of discipline, pain of disappointment. If you miss 87% gains in 2 months, you could very well suffer the pain. You are suffering the pain of disappointment.
Look at PLNT.
Yeah, Planet Fitness, right? I'm getting really hungry, man. My God, that thing got destroyed. It's been a while since I've looked at it, though. You remember the double top, the crash? Now it's making its way back on up. Okay, so the target eventually is 81.89 to test it again. I mean, that's probably where it's headed. Okay. Could start showing bearish divergence soon. A higher high, or no, it's really unclear, man. I think, yeah, 81.89 is the test. If you can break it, well, I guess you're gonna have to test the up thrust you had. I mean, but the thing is, well, the lockdown's going on, right? I mean, if Biden is in there, then aren't these lockdowns gonna be like far more frequent and stuff? And that would be terrible for Planet Fitness. So just know you will soon be testing a very critical ice line resistance, and it's not going to be easy to break at all, and it starts becoming a high risk where a potential reversal could occur there. And the only major support to the downside really is $56, so big swings. You're nearing the top, so not at a strategic area for entry. But look back here, September 2020, you should have requested it, right? And we'd be like, oh my God, it's springing back, testing a spring. Okay, well, the target eventually is $80, and it gapped up and tested that on earnings and then dumped, filled a gap, and is now rallying again. So again, the target remains $80 to $81. But it's time for a trade. It doesn't really seem like an advantageous area to be taking position, right? What's causing a Bitcoin dump? It's not even dumping. You only think it's dumping because it at prices like 19,000, the swings in price are heavy. Like they're like hundreds and $200s and $300s and $500, $1,000 sometimes. But you have to look at the percentage. Being down 0.71% on a new day is nothing, dude. That's not a dump. You have to train your mind to stop thinking about price on Bitcoin and look at percentage change. $136 on an asset that's $19,100 is nothing, dude. Nothing. Same question about AMC, right? The lockdowns and stuff. But the thing is, the technicals are so trash on AMC compared to Planet Fitness. Okay, man. So it's been an incredible stream. I've been live 2 hours, 18 minutes. Hit that like button, that bell, that sub. We are, wow, 856. We could almost get 1,000. Yeah, we could probably get 1,000 likes right now if everyone that didn't hit the like hit the like. 1,000 likes? What? Possible? Could we do it as a freaking community? I don't know, man. That's on y'all. Freaking KTOS looks so nice. Yeah, gym memberships will pump like crazy once lockdowns are done for good, but you'd think a lot of assets would do that too. Dave, thanks for the consideration, man. Yeah, we looked at the US dollar. It's terrible. It's nearing its lowest levels. Just know where Bitcoin is. It's literally in Rudy Poo land, all right? Bitcoin, 17,730, 19,891. If you're near the top, you just realize you're in a historical range. Okay, a range that is how large? How large is this range? It is $2,161 large. Okay, if you're in the dead middle of it, or kind of in the upper part of it, there's no telling. Like, it's just not like down here would be strategic longs, maybe. You know, I mean, it would be more of a strategic long versus buying now is like it could drop down to there before bouncing and you get killed. So it's just like you have to be aware and understand that if you're talking about a swing trader. That's what I'm saying. And there's nothing on the oscillators that are really telling us much. besides potentially RSI bearish divergence if selling continues. Hey, David C, what's up, man? Let's go.
Is that a joint?
Bruh.
Thank you, David, man. Please be sure to sync up the Patreon to the Discord. Kangs, dude. All right, 567 patrons now. Y'all are freaking amazing. I would imagine VeChain would dump some after it was one of the top performers yesterday, and Bitcoin's down $116, so that's going to affect altcoins, almost all of them, right? Future's still flat. Still very flat across the board, not just the index funds, but also Bitcoin, right? Where it's been the same price for like 24 hours. I mean, virtually, right? Up, down, up, down. 60 more likes to 1,000. Chat, we can do this. Y'all can do this. Oh my god, how close are we to 38,000 subs? So freaking close, man. Yeah. We're like 80 subscribers away from 38,000. Holy crap, man. The road to 40K. I think we'll probably eventually get it, but Fidencio Jimenez, what's up, dude? Thanks for the sub. Welcome. Tis the season, everyone. Hope y'all are it's the 2nd of December, so it's like, holiday season. So hopefully you're getting in the festive spirit, whatever your, whatever your respective religion or celebration is. That you don't even have to be religious to get in the spirit, where, about giving and, having a good time with your family, whatever. December should be family month, right? If you're not religious, if you don't like Christmas trees and lights or, dreidels or whatever all of them are, okay? Diwali, right? What is it? Seasonal lights for Hindu. So, yeah, man. Yeah, Festivus for the rest of us. There you go, dude. That's another one. Perfect. Yeah, eggnog, man. Eggnog's amazing. I haven't had any this year, and I don't know if I should, or at some point I might have to cave and give in and drink some. I love eggnog. I don't like alcohol in my eggnog. Never have, but all right, man. 19,075. This is up, down, up, down. Look, you're in no man's land. You're only holding right now. You're only holding a local high that was just created in late November. Historically, looking left, there's only 17,730 on the daily and 19,891 really. Okay, so those are it. You're just in a zone where, worst case, eventually you come test this again, but best case, you're closer to 19,891 than you are 17,730. So that, I guess you can be thankful for that. But just know, man, there's not an edge really on Bitcoin for bulls, and you're not at an area where you're testing a support. So just know that, okay? And if Bitcoin starts really going, man, I'm gonna do everything I can to go live to cover whatever happens, okay? Hey, Andrew K, let's go, man. Have the chat.
Is that a joint?
Bruh.
Andrew K, man, thanks so much for joining the Patreon, supporting the stream, the community, man. And please be sure to snag up your Patreon on the Discord. $568 now. Fantastic. Okay, hold the door, chat. Hold the door, Bitcoin. Wow, 40 likes away from 1,000. I'd be remiss if we didn't hit 1,000, right? Before the end of the stream. Bueller. Wow. 21 away? 21 likes away? Oh my god, 15 likes away, are you serious? It's the best community, man.
Bruh.
And we did it, man. Jesus challenge for 1,000 likes. The word Jenkins, man. Got to. Oh my god, what's up, Big Ben? Big Ben, oh my god. Thanks so much for joining the Patreon, Big Ben. Sync up the Patreon Discord, you know what to do, man. Thank you, brother. Thanks. 569. So, of course. All right. So keep your eye on Bitcoin. Be in the Discord. Why? Because if I go live at a random time because Bitcoin's going nuts, you would get notified. You might not get notified on YouTube. There is very weak, tenuous system. So I'll post that Discord link again. Well, Brad just posted it. Here, I'll post it to the join this link right here to get notified when I go live. All right. Thank you so much for the likes, love, support, contributions. All the new patrons, all the patrons who joined throughout the evening, all the new patrons for this month. Thanks for all the patrons who stuck around. We're growing, man, right? We're continuing to do things. So I'll be back. Till next time, respect the TA.
robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
Adios, turd nuggets.